Yes, you are. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'll share my screen. Okay. So yeah, to begin with, let's start with what does an interviewer tries to look at when they are told that when we are told that we'll go for a root cause analysis problem. Okay. So one thing which an interviewer looks for is what is the approach you are following. Okay. Guys, am I audible properly?
Yes, Jen.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, I won't have access to chat or reactions. In case someone has any questions, you can stop me and ask. Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. So, yeah. What is the approach to the what is the approach which you are taking? Okay. When generally in RCAs you start with very vague question and you might not have any data. So what are the questions you are asking? How are you gathering the data? Okay. And once you have the data, how are you making sense of that data in a proper manner? How are you using that data to ask more questions and gather more data? And in the end, how are you using that data to identify what would be the root cause? Okay. Uh, and while identifying the root cause, how much breadth are you able to cover and how much depth are you able to cover? So by breadth, I mean, let's say you can say that there can be XYZ number of reasons by which this particular metric might impact. Okay. Uh, Now, let's say the interviewer says that, let's say it is happening due to reason two. Then now you need to drill down what exactly is happening in reason 2. That becomes a death. Okay. So this is the whole summary of why an interviewer might ask a RCA question and what he would look into when he's asking an RCA question. Any questions on this part? Okay. So next what we'll do is Uh, don't try to solve this question. It is an example of how an RCA question might look like. We'll solve a different question in this session. It is just to make you aware of how does RCA question looks like. Okay, so let's say you are a PM of Make My Trip hotel business, and in last 1 month your revenue has increased by 2x. However, the number of rooms book has only increased by 1.5x. What could be the reasons of this? Yeah, this is an example of an RCA question. Now, let's do one thing. As a group, let's not specifically for this question, don't ask me questions regarding this question. As a group, let's try to create a framework for any RCA question which could be answered. Okay. Uh, Hello.
Yes, Jen.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sure.
Jen.
Yeah. So yeah. The floor is on for you guys. Whoever wants to start, I'll start typing. How should we start?
So, Jen, may I go in?
Yeah, sure.
So, hi guys, Siddharth. I think after reading this question or getting to know, firstly, my first question is, so Jen, I'm not sure if I'm following a framework. Adding few thoughts here, would be what is revenue exactly, as in how the
Yeah. So, Siddharth, sorry, as I was saying, let's not make framework for this question. Let's not try to solve this question. Let's first try to create a very generic framework. We'll solve
understood.
some other question. Okay?
Understood. So
Yeah.
for a generic framework, I think I will start with if there is any number defined, then what is that number according to the question itself?
What do you mean by number? What is the current
Number,
value of the metric, you mean?
yes, correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, I'm Arvind.
Yeah.
Jen, if this question, I encountered this question, so I would be asking how much is there any increase in the unit price per unit price?
Uh, okay. Again, let's not try to answer for this question.
Okay.
Let's forget that you have been asked this question. Okay.
Hmm.
I'll remove it. I just wanted to give you an example of an RCA. Okay.
Okay.
हाँ,
Okay.
I'll remove it. Just give me some if any XYZ RCA has been asked to you, then how would you approach it? That's the thing.
So, Jen, sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah,
my also other question would be how is that metric being defined along
great.
with the value?
ठीक है.
I think before defining the metrics, I would try to understand the problem statement first. So when you say hotel business, I want to understand how hotel business works.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
And channels of the multiple domains or channels of how they get revenue, income streams, let's say.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we can move forward if apart if you think that most of the clarifying questions are done, or if you think that more clarifying questions can be asked, then we can cover those.
I think one more thing, addition to these 4 points, would be uh, occurrence. I think probably a pattern. I would say, or something related to what do you say, geography, right? So something figuring out the pattern. I would say.
Okay. ठीक है. Scale is something which we can think of.
Yeah, scale
Okay.
and occurrence. I think you have written also makes sense.
Okay. Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if this adds up to the fifth point that we have just jotted down.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, any special event that uh, occurred, uh, maybe, yeah.
Can you give me an example?
लेट्स से अयोध्या में जब ये राम का
Got
खोला
it.
गया तो प्राइस बढ़ गए थे बिकॉज ऑफ
Got
द
it.
डिमांड
Yeah.
any anything which has occurred to improve or increase the demand of
Got it. Yeah.
which
So,
includes the geographical things also.
Sure.
I think Jen, to add on Arvind's point, right, this would might come under external events.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think external events is something we can overall take this geography or any specific events under that umbrella as such.
Got it. Yeah.
Perhaps
Before jumping to external events, any other clarifying questions you want to think about?
Yeah, Jent, one more. Sorry, someone I guess was speaking. I wanted to ask if we can ask on which platform are we trying to check this for?
Okay, I think by channel we can say platform here. Yeah,
So, as in website or mobile
yeah,
app as such.
yeah.
Jay, should we take target audience into account as well?
Yeah, we can while we are understanding the business at that time we can understand target audience also. Yes.
Hi, Karan here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can also check. So, since we'll be trying to do an RCA of some change in the metric,
Mm-hmm.
we can clarify if the change has been observed just in the recent past, or is it a trend that's been going up or down in the last few weeks or months?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think this should be sufficient.
Got it. Got it. Uh, okay. One more thing which we can check is it a industry-wide phenomenon? Is it happening to other players also? Okay. Or only happen to us?
Should not it come under external event? For example, you can also mention competitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
Should not
can.
that should not it come under external events?
Yeah, external events it can come, but there are a lot of things which see once you ask this question, then you can say that is it happening due to a competitor or not. If it is happening
Okay,
industry wide, then it might we might not even ask competitors in external event. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but I'll write it here. Yeah,
So are we
competitor.
including competitors in the sense alternatives also, as if uh,
That's
let's say,
correct. That's
okay.
correct. Yeah.
Uh, uh, you can add in special event. You can actually add a seasonality, which cover broad spectrum of.
Yeah, so I think trend will cover that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What other things can be asked in terms of external events?
There are a couple more, but I don't think it's applicable here.
What do you mean
So
by
that might.
applicable here? Arre, nahin, that's the thing, na? Don't we are
Okay.
creating a generic
So,
framework,
so
not for make my trip. Yeah.
regulation can be the another.
Uh,
Sometime if we are working on a banking product, right? So
yeah.
regulation plays a very important role.
Great.
Yeah, I think Jain, the media coverage or the media campaign as well of that particular company.
Okay. Anything else coming to your mind?
Um, so maybe a one-off incident that might have tarnished the image, but that might come under media campaign itself.
Yeah.
Brand value dropping.
Yeah. Yeah. That can come again inside media campaign.
Hi, this is Santosh here. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah, Santosh. Yeah.
Yeah. So one other thing would be the business changes which has been brought up. Like, did we change our business plan, our GTM strategy, or the new discount we gave? Anything that internally changed which refer to this, we can look into those perspectives also.
Got it. Okay.
Under external, I would mention overall condition of the economy. Uh,
Okay.
Just thinking loud, Jayant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that should come under special event itself. That some countries, offer special promotions, right? So people end up booking more per in a particular month. For example, last year, Turkey was had open special promotion in
Correct.
summers. So I think that would come under special event, right? Or some.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
um, Events like wars, such as the Ukraine war, impact the supply chain. So would that come under special event or economic conditions, like
Uh,
geopolitical reasons, basically?
so matlab, it is up to you. You can keep it at any place. Okay. But yeah, at that point, you can cover in any of the two. Should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to internal factors. What all should we cover within internal factors?
I typically start with teams, which basically means that uh, both from a qualitative and quantitative, right?
Okay.
So in order to gather the data, I will first ask my customer support team, right? Is there any feedback, complaints?
Okay.
So, so the first thing I will talk to the customer support, and
Mm-hmm.
then uh, talk to a data or a data analyst team. Are, do they see any change in the trends or did they find any anomaly in their reports, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then you also talk to operation team or a technical team, right, to check regarding the backend flow or a server flow, right, or a
Okay.
network flow. And then lastly, which is more important, which I feel is the security team to see is there any sort of attack in terms of DDoS, right?
Sorry, can you repeat what with the security team?
Check attack like DDoS or phishing attack or some other attacks, right?
Got it. Okay.
I think I will also add on for the technical team check if any new deployment has been there within the funnel, which takes you to choosing if it is a funnel journey on app, then if there's any changes in the funnel journey as such.
Okay.
To add it on Sadat, generally I focus funnel journey on a separate, this is customer journey flow, right, where you
Yeah.
define personas and then build a separate funnel for different users, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, Maybe the sorry, Kiran. You're saying something.
no, go ahead, sir.
Yep. Uh, Maybe the user experience slash interface changes might have caused good adoption or stickiness ratio to the
Mm-hmm.
website slash application that the customer
Yeah.
facing.
Yeah. That all will come under funnel journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add to this point, Arvind said, sometime I think process change or workflow change, right? So I think that would also come under funnel also.
Correct. Yeah.
Beside this, if I don't get anything from uh, a team, then I probably check uh, looking in the dark is probably looking at other metrics which has impacted it. So
Got it.
And also, uh, if we're talking about just the revenue, uh, I'm not sure if we are including growth costs, just like the employee attrition or retention rate. Maybe we have reduced some costs from there. Maybe any sort of cost cutting internally happened, which brought us big, no, not revenue. Let's say final channel PML. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'm on top or not.
Yeah. It will fall in the same bucket. Look for other metrics that might
Okay,
impact our metric. Yeah. Correct.
right, right.
ठीक है ठीक है Yeah, we have a good set of variables which we should check. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's go with an example. Okay, which we will solve. Okay. uh, Now let's say that you are a product manager of LinkedIn. Okay, and the engagement is dropped by 10%, and we need to identify what could be the reason. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we all have a good handle of the framework of what all things, how we need to make the things go. Yeah. One more thing in this session, let's not try to identify the actual root cause. Let's try to think of all the hypotheses which could come up. Okay. Yeah.
Understood, yes.
Yeah. So let's start with the clarifying questions.
Is there
So,
any? Sorry, Siddharth. You may proceed.
yeah, sorry, Arvind. I wanted to ask, what do you mean by engagement here?
Okay.
yeah,
What is
that was my first question as yeah.
Yeah, engagement. Okay. Let's say the engagement here is number of posts having, sorry, number of likes divided by number of posts, sorry, number of likes divided by number of new posts, and this all in last 1 week.
I have a question. Can I put it over?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
How do you define a new post? I mean, is that okay?
New post is basically you open LinkedIn, so basically I'll just open LinkedIn. Yep. You write anything here, you click on post. Blogs and those things are not included. Yeah, only the regular post which people do from here. And this is also number of likes on new post. Okay. So basically the posts which were created in last 1 week, what are the number of likes in that week divided by the number of posts in that.
So the next question I would like to ask is, how long, I mean, the time frame, like, does it compared to what, like last month, 10% drop, or in a week, how
Yeah,
fast has the engagement dropped?
yeah. So it has been a month on month drop. So
Uh,
let's
and
say in January it was X%, and uh, in February it was 0.9 X%.
So it's a sudden drop,
It
10% in a month.
Yeah, it is a sudden drop.
Then yeah, we can go forward and ask questions like, what are the technical changes? Did we bring any technical changes in this part?
Okay.
Like,
Should we ask something else? Are we jumping the gun?
yeah, yeah. So I was about to say same thing. So before we drill down to internal factors, right? So, Jen, can you help us understand? I understand you measure on month and change was sudden, and I understand that purpose of LinkedIn is to uh, write new posts.
Hmm.
It's just a communication platform, right? So, is this engagement spread across globally, or is it to one particular geography? And my second question is it related to a particular platform?
Got it. Okay. So let's say, yeah, it is specific to India. It is all across India. Okay. And platform wise, let's say it is happening only in website.
So Jayant, I wanted to ask about the demographics or the age factor of the users. Would that be right? As in, has this change been observed specifically within any specific age group, young adults or professionals who have premium sales, right? Sales version of it.
Okay. So let's assume that this has happened across all the user segments.
yeah, more than user segment also coming to the premium thing. LinkedIn has a premium subscription, right?
Hmm.
Is it across free users or all type of users, or is it only from premium users?
No, no, it has been
So
across all type of users, both premium and non-premium.
So I think it's fairly clear. The problem lies on the website
Hmm.
and specific to India. So uh, I want to first start on internal factors to figure out is there a technical issue which Santosh wanted to highlight. Uh, can
Okay.
I check with my networking infrastructure team
What
to get
questions will
the
you ask them? So you can't directly ask that if there is any change in the backend flow, right? There can be a
Mhm.
lot of backend flows. You will have to ask very specific question, right?
Okay, let me think.
Yeah,
like, was there a, we'll consider the complete product life cycle of engagement. Here, as you mentioned, it is about likes, right?
yeah,
So we will define the complete products, I mean, the feature cycle of like, and in that cycle, have we changed anything
great.
from marketing point till
Yeah,
development? Yeah.
yeah. Can you define the life cycle? I'll write it as you say.
Okay.
It would be open the LinkedIn post.
Sorry, open
Open,
the
sorry, open the LinkedIn.
open LinkedIn. Okay. Hmm.
Click on new posts,
No, he's asking for. Okay.
and then write.
This is about creating the post, right? But we are
Yeah.
talking about how likes are affected, right? It's about viewing the post.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I believe opening LinkedIn, viewing the timeline or the timeline of play
Maybe,
our LinkedIn,
Okay,
and
okay.
then
Let's sorry. Let's
interacting with the
wait.
product.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hold once. See, we have said that engagement is defined by number of likes and the on new post divided by number of new post. Yeah. So it is better to have the funnel of both. Okay. Because it might happen that the number of new posts is also decreasing. Yeah, and exponential, if the number of, let's say the number of new posts earlier used to be, hello, actually there's some
Y-
echo, I think. Yeah, let's say the number of new posts earlier used to be 100 and number of likes on new posts earlier used to be, let's say 20. At that time, engagement used to be 20%, right? Uh, Now, let's say it has decreased in a way that number of new posts has decreased from 100 to 50 and likes have decreased from 20 to let's say 5. Yeah. So the percentage again has decreased, right? So that's the reason we should check both the number of new posts also and the number of and how to sorry basically we should check both how to create a new post and how to how does a user like a post.
yeah, that is what I was thinking. Probably first focus on uh, simple user journey, and then look at the view part. So,
So
okay,
let's first consider creating a post and then we can go for liking a post. Okay.
sure.
So, Jayant, what are we doing when we are talking about new posts? We are going to talk about how a user does a new post. We're going to consider that cycle right now.
Yeah. We'll write what all things the user does when he creates a new post.
Got it.
Yeah. So as you guys were saying that um, the sorry my bad the user will first uh, uh, अरे यार, just a second sorry. The user will first open LinkedIn, then he'll let's say click on new post, then he creates a post, then he what does he do next?
He will write.
Yeah, he writes a post.
Reason I mention as separate is sometimes you write it, but there is some network issue, you are not able to uh, write it. So, and then third will be post. I'm not assuming any sort of what do you say? Nowadays there is some sort of AI. I'm not including that. I'm making it very simple.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, we can cut the scope that it's a very simple thing. Yeah.
so,
Should we consider any multimedia such as images while uploading the image? Uh,
Let's scope down that we can only write text for now.
okay.
Yeah. Hmm. Let's keep it simple only at the moment. Yeah. Do you want to cover the next journey? Liking a post? Hello.
yeah, so I think open the LinkedIn.
Hmm.
Sure, I think there are two ways. One is you just hover on the entire post, or you click the post and then like it. So uh, to make it simple, I am assuming hover on the post for now.
So basically, you are reading the post directly from wall.
Correct, correct.
Okay,
And
and
then
click
like,
on like. Yeah,
or if one more thing is, Jayant, I don't know, make it more simple. Suppose somebody write a very long post, so you have to click the post and click read more.
Yeah, read more button.
Yeah. So we can add it if you want, but
okay. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So like,
Now, sure, go on, go on.
Hiren was mentioning about hovering on the post, so we are just going to assume that it's a simple like and none of the other multiple reactions that are
No reactions, only like.
okay.
Yeah,
Hey Jim, so one way is to read the post from a wall, and another way can be to search for particular keywords and then like the posts.
yeah. So let's scope it down to reading the wall only for now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe depends on the genre or type of post that I am as a user encountering. Let's say I'm looking for a hiring opportunity and I'm getting different sort of recommendations here.
Yeah, so we are saying about talking about the recommendation engine of LinkedIn. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so guys, now we have the user funnel also. Now, what are the questions you would want to ask to different stakeholders?
So we can go face by face, like from open LinkedIn, we can verify the metrics of open LinkedIn, like how much, what is the count, or what is the time frame, or daily active users, monthly active users, number
Let's
of
say there is
agencies,
no change in this. Yeah,
metrics.
yeah.
So as we, for every phase, we should do the same, right? How the phase has changed, metrics, engagement. I mean, the impression per phase,
Okay.
how many posts created.
Yeah, yeah. So, let's say, okay, let's say that number of new posts which are created has not changed over the period of time. We are seeing the same number of posts coming up weekly, which we used to. Sorry, again, there's some echo. Yeah, which there used to be earlier. On a monthly, let's say there used to be same number of posts on a monthly level, which used to be earlier.
Can I ask? I think one is that we are having a primary matrix.
Hmm.
I think we have to also as a counter matrix.
Okay.
So, is there a way to, can I ask, uh, failed posts? I mean, people are trying to post, but they're not able to do it. Is there a way to track this matrix? Do you
Uh,
have?
can you repeat the question? Sorry, I didn't get that.
So, for example, somebody is writing a post but not
Huh?
able to submit it.
Okay.
So, do you have a mechanism to track this failed
Yeah.
posts?
So let's say we say that the success rate of posting, okay, which will start from number of click on new post. So numerator will be the number of post and denominator will be the number of new post clicks. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
And we call it the success rate of posting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we then say that there has been no change in this also. Let's assume.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically the number
Understood.
of people who are coming on LinkedIn has been the same. The number of people who are trying to create a new post has been the same. Success rate has been the same. That means the number of new posts which are coming up are also the same.
So till now, as from what you have said, in the primary engagement formula, we can fix that new number of new posts is not changed.
Yes,
right? So
exactly.
we can
Great.
start concentrating on number of likes of new posts.
Great. Yeah.
So that's on the liking part of the post.
Right.
Correct.
So from this we can funnel it down to liking a post,
Mm-hmm.
and we can start checking from again the user cycle, number of posts read, number of uh, views per post, those kind of metrics. Is there a change, dip
Got
in
it.
views per post kind of thing?
Okay, let's first write down the metrics which you would like to check. One was views per post. Yeah. What was the second thing?
Number of viewers, completely people who view the wall,
Number
maybe
of
people
active,
signing up into the homepage. Yeah,
basically active
to
users,
view the
right?
wall.
Yeah.
Active users, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think third would I would add to this addition is I think one important would be session. How much time they're spending on reading the post, right? So
Session time. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It may be possible that they're reading the post but they are not liking it.
Hmm.
So is there a way to? I'm just thinking loud.
Mm-hmm.
So were there any design changes made in the UI UX layout?
Okay, we'll come to that. Please wait. Let me answer this first. Okay. Uh,
And
okay.
also, maybe sorry to
Yeah.
cut you,
Yeah.
Jay. Maybe last month most of the posts have come in the morning. Maybe abhi evening pe, maybe the time of post maybe uh, might be the reason.
Got it. Okay. Let's say the views per post there has been no change. Okay. Active users, anyways, we already said that the number of people who are opening LinkedIn have been the same, so there is no change. Okay. Session time. Uh, let's say people are putting same amount of time for reading every post, and on an overall also they are putting same amount of time that they used to put again earlier for LinkedIn, and time distribution is also the same. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say all our metrics have been the same in terms of the
Viewing the
views.
post.
Yeah.
So the interaction part,
Huh. Now
we
let's
can narrow
come
down to the
to
interaction part.
great. That's great. And sorry, someone was talking about any deployment which we have done or something like that, right?
Yeah, I was adding about the design or UI UX change.
Yeah, I will. I'm also.
Okay. Let's say yes, we made a UI UX change. In the the next question you should ask is when. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
Praneeth.
Yeah, so let's say we made a change in the genuine, and after that we are seeing a change in this.
Is it possible to know what changes were done? Because as to
Yeah,
correlate with
so
the metrics issue mentioned, right? Click on the new post and success rate has been no change, right? So
mhm.
that will help me understand.
Yeah, so there was some change with respect to we launched a new feature called share. Okay, earlier we had only two buttons, likes and comments. Okay, we added a new button called share.
So now we can go forward, and maybe we can take the summation of interactions and likes and share, like how it has changed, how much likes has dropped, how much the shares has grown. Is there
Got
a
it.
connection between these two?
Let's say there used to be on a monthly basis 100 likes earlier. Okay. Let's talk about Jan. Okay. And there used to
Mm.
be 10 comments and share was not at all there. Okay. Now in Feb, the let's say proportionately likes has decreased to 90. Okay. Comments has been the same. Okay. And share has increased to let's say 5.
What has been the order of the buttons?
Like first, comment second, and share third.
So Jayan, I want to ask one. I don't know. This is the right order. I should have asked before.
Mm-hmm.
Since you introduced a new feature share,
Mm-hmm.
was there a change in the goal of the LinkedIn? Earlier you were tracking likes, so now you want to track shares.
No, actually, the feature was launched with a vision that it will increase the number of likes because now users can share the post with other friends and who can further increase the number of likes. Earlier, likes were coming only if the post was seen on your wall, right? Now, more number of users can see the post through sharing option, and there could be more number of likes.
Okay, so goal is same, number of likes. Uh, okay.
What are the sharing options we are offering?
The sharing options are sharing by sharing the sharing on WhatsApp and URL.
Okay, so good question. So this reminded me. Have we recalculated the engagement metrics based on the new feature because you will have a new funnel coming from share, right?
Yeah, but see, our North Star is still the same. We have not redefined our North Star.
Okay, and I mean I was referring to the calculation of engagement metric
Ha
because,
ha.
for
We are not
example,
changing the calc. We have not changed the formula.
okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any metrics around if the accurate post link is being shared or not?
So yeah, we have done those checks with our backend teams. The accurate post links are being shared.
And also, since we have introduced one more button, let's say like, comment, and share. Share is the new button, right? So there must be a reduction in the distribution of the panel, right? Likes, comments, and share. So is
Hmm.
there, matlab, earlier, is there any change in nomenclature with, let's say, earlier it used to be like, like, and abhi, if it is just an icon, is there any change like that?
No. Let's say we have kept everything same because we had enough real estate to show the data on website.
Okay.
Jayant, so as you mentioned, share option was introduced to boost the likes. Is it actually happening? Like, let's say, is there a possible way to find the source of like? Since I shared, what is the percentage of likes coming from shared post and non-shared posts?
Great.
Yeah, same question I had. Good question.
So, if we see the distribution of likes, uh, we have total 90 likes, for example, right? As per our example. Yeah. So, of them, 5 are coming from share and 85 are coming from non-share.
You have put the opposite.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Is it the same trend for February, and March as well?
Yeah, March as well, the trend has been the same.
Okay, so from the point of view, 5 posts are shared and those 5 posts are getting liked. That's how I can read this, right?
Yes. Yeah. So let's say that all the posts which were shared, the guy who read it through share got did like.
So we should dissociate this type from the root cause. So shared actually is not the problem.
Hmm.
So it's the problem with non-shared.
Yeah. Okay. So let's summarize till now. Okay. We are saying there is a problem with non-share and there is a problem with uh, interaction to like. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, these are two things which we are looking at. Now, uh, what can we look further on? See, there is no right or wrong answer here, okay? It's just about what all things you can think of. Yeah,
I might think, yeah. So one thing which is like Instagram or Facebook have this algorithm where shared posts get viewed more. Like let's say you shared five, and these five posts are getting most of the views,
hmm,
whereas non-shared, the algorithm suppresses it. Something in this point of view may be happening, like non-shared posts are not shown in many walls in something that point.
yeah, let's say that's correct. Our recommendation engine we have changed, okay? And the change is that we have boosted the shared poster above. The number of times a post is getting shared, we are boosting it to go above for the relevant users. Yeah,
Okay, so it's algorithm, I would say, changes.
right. That could be one reason. What could be the other reasons? Because still the adoption of share is very small. Yeah, this could be one reason, but it would be a very small reason.
Just to go back, the way people used to like the post, right?
Hmm.
Has that particular feature being changed into any emoji or anything?
No, they haven't changed the icon. Yeah, but let's look at the workflow of liking. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So how does one do likes in website?
I
Hover your mouse,
think one click,
Sorry,
I think. One click.
before clicking, what do you do?
hover your mouse on the like button.
Over mouse. Okay,
Maybe
then
animation
sorry, animation of,
of the like button, or maybe some animation, some sort of animation. Abhi to
okay,
reaction, right?
some animation comes up. Yeah,
Then we click.
then you click. Okay. Yeah. Now, what would be the right question you will ask in each of the three steps?
Is the animation popping up properly or not?
Got it. Got it. Uh, let's say that there was a bug due to which animation is not coming up properly. So earlier there used to be whenever a guy used to hover on the mouse, there used to be an animation of change in the background color to light gray. Yeah. So that due to a bug, while we launched the shared button, there was a bug which was introduced unintentionally, and due to that bug, that on hover effect of having a gray box on the like button is not coming up. Yeah. Let's say that's the bug.
So if I have found the root cause.
Now give me a
Yeah.
rationale why due to this bug the number of likes would have decreased.
So when the animation is happening, the user will be more prompt to interact with it.
Okay.
He might think it
Go
catches
on.
the attention of the user. It
Mm-hmm.
might prompt him more.
Great. There is a very basic reason. This is also a good reason, but there is a very basic reason. Think about
A
it.
user might just feel that the like button is not working.
Exactly.
So
The user might think that the like button is disabled.
Yeah, but I think if I go back to my previous life cycle, right, liking a post, I
Hmm.
think if I were to ask, click on like is actually working or not.
Maybe see the again the answer to the counter question I would have asked is what do you mean by click? Yeah. User are still clicking. Yeah. Just that they are not able to see that hover action. They are able, when they click, still on we increase the number of likes. Yeah, but the number of users who are hovering, that is same, but the number of users who have clicked has decreased. Okay, because some percentage of the users who are hovering think that the button is disabled, so so there is no point on clicking on the button.
I
Yeah,
agree. So I mean to say, if we have doubled down on ClickUp Live, I would
yeah.
have divided into primary and counter metrics. Right? In counter metrics, I would have asked that how many are failed likes. Is there a way to track and probably that way I
Okay,
would have.
now how do you define failed like? That's the question I would ask.
Yeah. So then then again this will go to workflow liking. I agree with you.
Yeah, okay. So generally, when you have any, you want to ask any question, first create a funnel or a workflow and try to ask those questions over that funnel or workflow. Yeah. Okay. Here we directly went into the internal factors. Let's try to drill down. Let's forget that. Let's take an assumption that all the internal factors are working fine. And if we wanted to check for the external factors, yeah, what could be the external factors which we want to check?
Hiring, is there any rapid hiring happening?
Rapid hiring,
So
can you give
generally,
me?
in LinkedIn, the focus on stats and so people
Sorry, your
share.
voice is not very clear to me. Can you repeat?
Okay, Santosh wants to say something.
No, no, bro. I just wanted to say something and I coughed. You go for it.
No, I just wanted to say here we come across many hiring posts, right?
Hmm.
Maybe recommendation engine thought that I'm looking for hiring whereas I'm not.
Okay, then again it goes to the okay, you are saying that there is a change in the type of post,
Yeah,
right?
type of posts are more towards hiring where I'm looking for a, let's say, if I want my feed to be 70% hiring and 30% some other posts like knowledge or something.
Got it.
So but whereas 100% of my posts are hiring only. So maybe the distribution of my the way of liking, maybe genre is
Got
that.
it. What other external things you would want to ask?
I
I,
think, sorry to cut, Edwin, that would counter your question to user checking because Jayant already mentioned no user has affected it. So I think external factor, uh,
yeah, I think I would like to add if
External.
any competition has been introduced in the similar offering.
Okay, there can be new competition also. Yeah. What other things you would want to check?
Maybe
External happenings, like as we already discussed. Is
So,
there
okay,
something
sorry.
shift towards something else? Shift of concentration to some other events.
So what type
Uh,
of event can affect LinkedIn?
Nationwide, since it's India, concentrated on India, maybe uh, what
The
is it?
maybe the World
Layoffs,
Cup.
well, those things.
Okay. So, and how would you, okay, let's say I say no, then many times it is great if you yourself can say that these are the things which I was thinking, like World Cup could affect, but I would say no before interviewer says no, because you already said that the number of people who are opening LinkedIn hasn't decreased.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So many times that also gives a very good hint that you are able to interact with the data.
So you're suggesting that we should think this out loud, that I'm thinking that maybe the
Yeah,
World Cup
yeah,
happened, but
yeah.
because the number of people opening it is this, uh, it cannot be this. So we should say
Exactly.
it out loud to the interviewer.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe some misstep by LinkedIn, because of which the Indian government, um, no, not banned, but um, something to hurt the national sentiments. I don't know, that LinkedIn did some ad that they ran, some poor
Okay, you
media
are
coverage basically.
media coverage you are talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe
Again, you can say no directly to it because the number of people
Because
coming
the
are
number
same.
of,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Maybe the quality of the content is not good nowadays in LinkedIn. People don't feel like liking it. Post same number of posts, but quality is not there.
Yeah, that could be a reason. And how do you check quality?
Irrelevant posts that is not connected to LinkedIn scope, like
maybe
not about professional, more about personal things.
Got it. ठीक है.
Maybe we can measure the average time spent per post if that is reduced.
Yeah, those all things anyways we have covered in the internal factors.
and Jane.
Uh, Sorry to cut. In the quality content, can we also mention what I have come across in Twitter? There has been a lot of spam users posting spam tweets, right? So probably on LinkedIn there has been an increased number of spam users posting spam posts, right? So that might not be affecting the people who are
Yeah,
creating the post,
that's correct.
but
The
they might be
likes.
affecting the experience of using the LinkedIn.
Exactly. Very good. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Chrome has launched a new update where Chrome users all affected. Maybe it's been loading. Oh, okay.
But again, sorry, can you repeat the last few words? What could
Chrome
Chrome
has launched
affect?
an update. Maybe major users of ours belongs to Chrome website. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
uh, maybe it is affecting or it is not getting loaded properly, which is why you're not able to like or animations are not working properly within Chrome. Uh,
Okay.
Basically, browser bug.
Browser bug, yes.
So those things we can maybe ask in the clarifying questions itself. When I say website, at that time also only we can ask that it is a browser specific issue.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Jayant, asking anything on LinkedIn server would again be a clarifying question, right?
Sorry,
Whether there
I
was
didn't
a
get
six.
this point.
So, for example, if we are asked about 1 week time frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, if we are to ask, was there any downtime server error identified in that particular time span where LinkedIn itself was not accessible? So, how do we raise this question? Because this actually happened in last week. LinkedIn was actually not up throughout the night.
Yes, it will be in external factors. Outage.
Outage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
but then
outage
my
can, sorry, just one second.
sorry,
Okay, outage can be due to LinkedIn or due to internet itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, my understanding of outage is that if there is outage, it won't be happening month on month. So that is why I did not.
मतलब just talk it out. You can then interviewer or you can have a consensus that it's not happening because if it would have happened, then in March also, in March the number would have gone back to the normal place.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or even outage should also affect the number of viewers, right? It hasn't affected the viewers or the
Exactly.
sessions or the session
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. Yeah.
We talked about new competition. What about existing competition? Did they launch? How is there any way to measure their engagement?
There is
Then,
no way to measure the, matlab we might not have their data, but from the secondary research, we can see that if the existing competition has launched any new feature, which we think might have increased their more people going there. Yeah.
yeah, but then
But
again,
we are
number
saying
of
that the
people
number of people have been the same.
coming here.
So both competition, existing and new competition at the moment will be no. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, matlab the idea was just to list down all the factors which
mm,
can be there. Yeah.
yeah,
The now the good thing about RCA is it is on the mood of you and the interviewer where it goes. Yeah. It might be that I say no here everywhere, and I
yeah,
would have said that yeah, number of people opening LinkedIn has gone down. Then the question itself would have changed altogether. The flow itself would have changed altogether. Yeah. So that's why it is important that you ask as many questions as possible. Your approach is good. You ask as many questions as possible, and you use the data to further ask more questions. Yeah. So
yeah.
Overall, how was this exercise? Just wanted to have a high level view. If you guys have any
Uh,
doubts.
can I quickly just before we conclude?
Huh?
Uh, there was some voice disturbance. Hiren was putting up a point regarding some spam on Twitter
Yeah.
related to quality of post. I missed that point.
Yeah, so basically, if there are a lot of spam posts which are coming up, yeah, it can be an
Yeah.
external factor that a lot of spam posts are coming up. So people are still going through the post, but they are not liking and they are dissatisfied. But they're still coming back to see that if something new and interesting is coming up.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Yeah. ठीक है. Let's do one thing. I'll just give me a second.